Arsenal players do not know themselves. There's no tangible partnerships within the team. There is no bond. There is no connection amongst players. And I blame this on the players and I blame it on the coach as well, majorly on the coach. We'll go into this. Let's talk about the main crux of the program. Football protects itself. You know, if you've not seen these two clips, you should check it out, because I keep saying that football goes beyond what happens on the pitch. I am not amongst those that watch football when the whistle comes off. I watch beyond football. What happens on the training ground, what happens at the back room, what happens off the pitch. And I kept saying that there is a problem within the Arsenal team. These guys do not look like teams that win EPL. I didn't say tournaments, I didn't say trophies, English Premier League trophy. Because this is a league that has very strong tradition. It's not just a league where you wake up and you cook up one dark art, like they call it, and think you are going to run over all the teams in the league and of course come up tops at the end of the season. I don't see that happening, and we can see what is playing out right now. Like I said, check out these two videos to see more insight on why I was very straightforward when I said Arsenal wasn't going to win the league. It's clear, because you guys are not scoring goals. Arsenal finds it hard to score goals. Yes, in the game against Manchester City, kudos, you guys created a couple of goals, but there's a difference between a team that wants to win the league and a team that is playing catch up. That game on Sunday looked like Man City wanted to win the league, while Arsenal was playing catch up. Look at the teams that won the league. Let's even go back to when the biggest surprise happened, Leicester City. Look at their results against the top guns. Look at their result against Manchester United. Look at the result against Chelsea. In fact, they were the ones that sacked Mourinho in the second time he came to Chelsea. Look at their game against Liverpool. Vardy scored one of the best goals of the season in that game, a volley. It was only Arsenal that got the better of them, but of course, talking about winning the league, if you have to mention Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea before you consider Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal got the better of them, but of course, amongst the top guns, they got maximum points from them. Those that got a draw, Leicester won the next game. That's the return leg. So, and of course, not just Leicester. If you look at what has been happening in EPL for so long, if you are winning the league, it shows. Look at what Patrice Evra said a couple of months ago, that yes, if you beat teams like Chelsea, you know you're winning the league. Of course, that was when Chelsea was Chelsea. So there's a character around people that win the league. They stand up to be counted when it matters the most. Look at that performance on Sunday. Man City came out guns blazing, and Gunners were supposed to have the guns. Look at the Haaland Gabriel tussle. There was something that was trending on social media, the torn jersey of Haaland after his challenge with Gabriel. Come on. Yes, I appreciate the physical tussle and all that, but come on. The guy still scored a goal and you were there with him. Those are the moments that count. Those are the moments that distinguish the winners and the catch-up. You understand? So from what happened on Sunday, come on. It just goes on to buttress what I said in these two clips. So please check it out, and the links will be in the description. So Arsenal, you guys are not there yet, and I keep saying it. Arteta is the major problem. Like I said, for you to get from Egypt to the promised land, you need Moses and Joshua. Yes, I'm trying to be biblical, but I'm trying to get a message across. You need Moses and Joshua, because Moses will get you out of Egypt to the wilderness, but you need Joshua to enter the promised land. Arteta has done the major lifting. He has done so well in Arsenal. Arsenal is a strong team now. At some point, they were topping the Champions League, and of course, they are still topping the league. At some point, they were competing on all four competitions. It's not just competing, but competing in a position of winning. Then they lost 2 games and they were out of 2 tournaments. So that tells you, this guy may not be the guy you need to win those trophies. How long has he been in Arsenal? This guy has spent over $1 billion in Arsenal and has only the FA Cup to show for it. And of course, that FA Cup team wasn't built by Arteta. That was on an Emery squad. Just like what happened to Liverpool last season. And a slot came in, he won the league. That was not his squad. Now we can see what's happening in Liverpool. So Arteta has started building his team, and since he started building his team, he has won nothing. Unless you guys want to call Community Shield a trophy, please don't do that, because in as much as I am a Chelsea fan, you guys are still a club in London. Please don't do that. So it's time to take the bold step. It's time to make the bold decision. It's time to let Arteta go. Because it's as if these boys are not expressing themselves. Like, come on, guys, come on. There was one training session I saw. I had a couple of guys, about 4 of them. We are holding one ball, with their heads. Like, are we playing football? Are we doing a performance at what's it called? British Got Talent? What are we doing? And a video I dropped over the weekend, I showed the numbers of these two guys, Arteta and Pep, under the club, their current clubs. April favors Pep way more than it does for Arteta, because the truth is that I don't know why people don't. Well, that is why people make the same mistake anyway, because most of us don't look at our history. They don't consider our history when we are dealing with stuffs. These guys have been in this league for quite a while. April winning ratio for Arteta is 42%. While the April winning ratio for Pep is 78 plus. 78 plus percent. And if you check the games, the average game point in those games for Arteta, for Pep, it's 2.5 plus, 2.5 points plus. So the number, and okay, now let's look at the game itself. Both sides got chances, fair enough. But look at the chances Manchester City got, the chances they created, and how they were able to execute. Yes, both sides hit the woodwork, but come on, look at what Man City did. I am sure during the preparation to this game, Gabriel's sole responsibility, like we've seen in so many matches, was to mark Haaland, to keep Haaland in check. The only thing he succeeded in doing was to tear his jersey. Haaland still got a goal, not just a goal, but the goal that decided the game. So he failed in his project, and that's supposed to be your best defender. So in fairness, I think football stood up to defend itself, because come on, what Arsenal has shown this season has not been encouraging. Okay, look at your striker. You bought a very good striker in the person of Gyökeres after so much drama around his movement from Sporting CP to Arsenal. He wanted to go. This guy comes to Arsenal. You are not giving him the ball to score. You're not playing to his strengths. Someone like Haaland, when he was in Germany, yes, we will see Haaland drop deep, into the midfield, get the ball, go for the goal and get it. But Pep, knowing that Premier League is more demanding, you are not going to get that liberty in Premier League. He reduced his responsibilities and told him to focus on one area of his strengths, finishing. Don't worry, we'll build the game, we'll build the ball, we'll build the play. Don't participate in the build-up play. The ball will get to you. And they made sure the ball gets to him all the time. Look at his partnership with Kevin De Bruyne, where KDB was in Man City. Phenomenal. And now you can see he's still getting those supplies. It doesn't come from Czech, it comes from Doku, or it comes from Bernardo Silva. So you see that these guys play to the strength. Look at his numbers this season. So it's clear to see that one coach has been able to understand the important part of his team, and he's able to leverage on that, while the other is still trying so many things despite his long stay and haven't spent so much. And you can't tell me you want to win Premier League if you're that kind of coach. They say Gyökeres is heavy. Gyökeres leaves Arsenal, goes for international break, bang, he gets a hat-trick. Next game, bang, he scores again. The same Gyökeres. Come on. I don't know how else I need to, but I'm sure, the objective Arsenal fans can understand what I'm saying at this point. It's time for Arsenal to go. Even before this game, there were conversations that even if Arsenal wins the league, Arteta has to go. Because, come on, how long do you guys want to keep suffering like this? Because I pity Arsenal fans at this point. Those guys are patient. I don't know, it's unreal. It's unreal, man. I respect them for that. But the truth is that notice what happens during Arsenal games in their home ground, in Emirates. Once the game starts, Arsenal fans are always on the edge. They're always scared. They're always like, oh, what's gonna happen? Then maybe Arsenal gets a goal, then they get loud and all that. They start shouting, hailing their players and all that. So you see that even within the Arsenal fold, the trust is not there. Then why not remove the threat? Arteta is the threat. He has done his job. Let him go, so that you guys can go to the next level. So to what I mentioned earlier about the bond between players, for some of us that have watched football for a while, we know how players always bring out the best from another player when they play together. I just mentioned KDB and Haaland. You know that Haaland is a phenomenal striker. His numbers are still up there. He's still the highest in the league. But compared to what the numbers he did under KDB, we can see the clear difference. So that kind of connection is not in Arsenal, and it used to be okay. Talk about Zinchenko and Trossard in 2023, 2024. You can see the connection. The connection between Odegaard and Saka last season, for example. Even the connection between Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli. So these bonds are needed in football, because that is what that can be very vital in the field of play. Because aside individual brilliance, having two players that combine so well, that understands each other so well, that before KDB gets the ball, Haaland knows where he needs to be, and KDB knows exactly where to put the ball at every given point. So if you don't have that within the team, if you don't have that kind of partnership within the team, that team is lacking. And it's something the coach needs to build. It's something the coach needs to grow within the team. And you can only grow that if you know your players in and out. Because at the end of the day, individual brilliance is good. These partnerships are good as well. Look at the game on Sunday. Look at Cheki's goal. That is a player that has been given some level of freedom. And the individual brilliance came forth, because Pep knows that guy has it in him. You saw the mockery he did to Arsenal in the cup final, how he was juggling the ball. Pep was shaking his head, but bro, Baba knows what he wants, and he knows what's in that guy. He knows what Cheki is made of. And when it matters the most, Bobo steps up and makes himself count. Do we see that in Arsenal? At some point, Declan Rice was in that fold. He was in that mode, but wait, you can see the guy is scared right now. Oh, I wanted to say I wish Arsenal the best, but come on. You need more than that to win Premier League, and the way it's looking now, at some point we are talking about Arsenal winning the quadruple. Now we are talking about Pep possibly winning the treble from Arsenal. Because look at it, these guys have a game at hand. They are 3 points behind Arsenal. They are catching up with the goal difference. So if they win their next game with a reasonable margin, they'll probably exceed Arsenal's goal difference and be at par with Arsenal on points. And there's something about momentum. If momentum is in your favor, you've been winning back to back, it helps with your psyche. Not just that, if you're experienced in winning trophies, it helps with your psyche in the running. But if you're trying to win for the first time and you are losing games at a time like this, it doesn't help both the coach and the players. The confidence takes a big hit. And that is what we've seen so far. So, well, let's see how it goes. That's what I would say. And to the Arsenal fans out there, you guys should start having the difficult conversation. You guys need to start telling yourself the truth about your coach. Just like I tell myself the truth about my coach. Because as far as I'm concerned, right now, Chelsea doesn't have a coach. Yep, so you guys need to have that conversation and, of course, see how you can compel your board and the owners to, take the right step in the right direction. Because as it is, Arsenal right now, a lot of things are in doubt, So on that note, guys, I'm drawing the curtain on this episode. Keep watching, keep engaging with the content, keep supporting the channel, and see you on the next one.